How to build a poof cannon. Print out the parts list and directions from the CD. Purchase your parts. You have 4 pipes. Half-inch pipe, 20 inches needed. 1.5-inch pipe, 28 inches needed. 2-inch pipe, 30 inches needed. 3-inch pipe, 29 inches needed. This is a 3-inch by 3-inch by 2-inch reducing tee. This is a 3-inch male adapter. This is where it fits. This is a 3-inch female adapter. This is a 3 by 2-inch pipe reducer. These are 3 2-inch caps. These are 3 1.25-inch caps already painted red. These are 6 1.25-inch couplings. 1 2-inch male adapter. Also, you will need 2 2-inch female adapters. 4 1/4-inch 90-degree elbows. 2 1.5-inch by 1.5-inch by 1 T. 2 1-inch by 1/2-inch reducers. 2 1/2-inch 90-degree elbows. These are your other hardware parts. You need a motor assembly from a leaf blower. It must have a round nozzle that fits into a 3-inch pipe. Preferred is a wind speed of 200 miles an hour or more with variable speed control. Our directions have some help as to where these may be obtained. Pipe strap and bolts for a 3-inch pipe. Eye hooks for your strap. A shoulder strap of your choice. There are 3 2.5-inch nails. A screw. A paint roller that spins freely. Sandpaper. PVC glue. Spray paint designated for plastic. Painter's tape. And mineral spirits for cleaning PVC and paint cleanup. These are clear fluorescent tube guards. Make sure you get the size that a ping pong ball rolls through. You will need 6 feet of heavy fishing line. A little dab of Vaseline will be helpful for your pipe threads. These are the tools that you will need: a hacksaw, a utility knife, scissors, screwdriver, a wrench, tape measure, marker, and a drill. It's time now to build the poof cannon. First, sand all of your PVC. This can be done by hand or with an orbital sander. You are sanding off the factory markings that will make it much easier to paint later. Cut your pipe according to the lengths noted in the directions. Sand off rough edges. Mark each of the PVC parts according to the part numbering system. This can be done with a pencil directly on the PVC or with marker on painter's tape. We will assemble this according to the part numbering system, not the part description. See the appendix page, Poof Cannon, Numbering of Parts. When gluing PVC into PVC, on this project, apply glue lightly inside the lip that you will slide the other piece into. Before gluing part number 1 into part number 2, make sure that the funnel is pointing away from the first pipe. This will allow the ping pong balls to float toward the muzzle. Apply glue inside the lip of part 2. Slide part 1 into part 2. Apply glue to the other side of part number 2. Slide part 3 into part 2. Apply glue on the inside of lip part 4. Slide this onto part 3. Caution: do not glue threads together between parts 4 and 5. Glue number 6 into 5 and number 7 into that. Glue number 8 into number 7 and number 9 to number 8. Do not glue number 10 into number 9. Glue number 10 into number 11. At this time, you will need to cut a slit into number 12. Place number 12 onto number 11 as a dry fit. Do not glue number 12 to number 11 in case you make a mistake cutting. If that happens, then you can replace only one part, number 12. Notice how 12 needs to have a slit cut in it that will create an airstream that will spin the toilet paper roll. With a bold marker, mark the cut. Carefully saw both edges. You may have to flip the cap so that you can cut on both edges and balance your cut. Drill a hole in both ends that will help you safely remove the cut piece. Sandpaper the rough edges once again. Make sure all the shavings are out. Remove the cap and smooth the inside. Now glue number 12 into number 11. Glue 13 into 14. Now we come to 15, and we will glue 15 into the nozzle part of number 2. Number 16 fits onto 15 as a dry fit and is not to be glued. It needs to be removable so the crepe paper can flow in. Cut number 16 as you did the other cap. Use number 14 to secure the cap as you cut it. Crepe paper is 1 3/4 inches wide. It needs to be the right size to flow through the tube. Next, we assemble the handle. It must be glued in a specific order. Begin by gluing number 18 into 19. Glue number 19 into 20. Insert 29 into 18 and do not glue it. It will help you glue 20 into 21 square. Do this on a flat surface and force all corner parts down on the table. Glue 22 into 21 and remove 29 from 18. You should have a piece that looks like this. The top part will be glued independently and then placed on the bottom piece you just assembled. Glue 24 into 23. Glue 28 into 29. Glue 25 and 27 together using 26. Make sure they are both even and at the same angle. This can be done by placing them on a flat surface. Dry fit the upper armature together. You will want to glue them at a 45-degree angle. This does not have to be precise, but you can measure the angle if you like. Unhook one dry fitting, glue it. Unhook the other dry fitting and glue it. Take care to maintain a 45-degree angle. Now the upper piece can be lowered into the lower piece. Glue 29 into 18 and 23 into 22. Glue 30 and 31 into the handle assembly. Both should be inserted into the same depth. Keep a rag handy to wipe off excess glue. Next, we will assemble the armature for holding the crepe paper rolls. Glue 33 into 32. Glue 33 into 34. Do not glue 34 to 35. From this opening, you will load crepe paper. Glue 35 into 36. 34 and 35 will connect as a dry fit. This entire assembly will connect to the handle as a dry fit. Let's attach the handle mechanism. Note the forward direction of the poof cannon. The handle's armature will be pointing in this direction. Place the pipe strap 9.5 inches behind the 3 by 3 by 2 inch reducing T. It is your option to screw the pipe strap onto the 3-inch PVC pipe so that it will be extra secure. Center the handle assembly beneath the pipe strap. Measure to make sure it is centered. Mark holes for bolts to attach. Drill holes for bolts. Attach bolts. Attach the poof cannon to the blower engine. Slide the blower into the pipe. To create as snug a fit as possible, you may want to leave an attachment on the blower or wrap the nozzle with duct tape. Secure with a screw. Now we will assemble the ping pong cartridges. They will end up looking like this: 2 couplings and a cap with a hole drilled through the coupling. We will fasten the 2 couplings together by using a 2-inch clear plastic segment from the top of the tube. Dry fit to make sure your cut is accurate. Do not use much glue to join them. Instead of gluing first around the inside lip of the PVC, apply the glue to the clear plastic. This should prevent glue drops from squeezing out onto the path of the ping pong balls flowing through the pipe. Apply glue around the outside of one end of the clear plastic and insert it into the coupling. Glue lightly around the other end of the clear plastic and insert it into the second coupling. Wipe off the glue between the 2 fittings. Next, the tube will be inserted into the coupling. Use the uncut end of the clear tube. Again, lightly glue the outside of the clear plastic. Insert the tube into the double coupling. Glue the 1 1/4 inch cap on the end of the tube. Again, first glue the clear plastic tube, then insert the cap. Now we will drill the hole into which the nail fits that will release the ping pong balls. Choose a drill bit that is the same diameter as the 2 1/2 inch nail. Drill 1/2 inch from the top of the double coupling. Check for burrs inside and test with a ping pong ball. For safety, we will cut the tip off the nail. File it to soften any sharp edges. Place into the hole and check to see that it slides easily through both sides. Tie a 2-foot piece of fishing line to the head of the nail. Trim off excess string. Tie the other end of the string to the base of the tube where the clear tube enters the double coupling. Allow 1 foot of string between ties. You can further ensure that the knots will not come undone if you place a drop of glue at both locations. Repeat for the other cartridges. Let's assemble the TP Terminator. This attachment holds a roll of toilet paper above the airstream so that it unwinds, blowing a stream of toilet paper. First, drill a hole in the center of the handle and another hole closer to the roller. Position the spinning part of a paint roller 4 inches off the end of parts numbered 11 and 12. Drill through the middle of the hole of the handle into the PVC. Attach a long screw, such as a 2 1/2 inch decking screw, through the middle of the handle and into the PVC pipe. Pivot the paint roller so that the spinning roller is 4 inches above the projected airstream. Attach a second screw in the handle and pipe to secure this pitch. The angle of the pitch is about 2 inches. It's time to paint. Use your own creativity. If you use spray paint formulated for painting plastics, you won't need to prime. Before painting, we will need to tape off some parts where paint will affect their performance. Tape off part number 15, the 2-inch pipe that we call the carburetor. Ping pong cartridges need to slide easily into this opening. Also, the 2-inch cap needs to slide on and off this part. Paint might make these pieces fit too snugly. Tape off the parts that will slide together when the crepe paper attachment is inserted onto the handle. This is the inside of parts 30 and 31, the 1-inch by 1/2 inch reducers, and the 1/2 inch pipes that slides into them. Only tape off 1 inch of the bottom of the pipes. Tape off part number 34, the 3 1/4 inch small pipe that the crepe paper will spin on. It will spin easier without paint. Some pieces of the poof cannon screw together. Don't paint over any threads that will be used. Apply some petroleum jelly to the first 4 or 5 threads of the attachment. Screw on threaded attachments several turns. Paint exposed threads. Unexposed threads will remain paint-free and easily turned. You can remove the handle to the TP Terminator to paint the attachment if you like, and make sure you get no paint on the spinning portion of the roller. Plastic wrap will keep the spinning mechanism protected. We recommend that you use at least 2 colors. The white of the PVC will make a 3rd color. Kid-friendly colors will help the poof cannon look fun and less scary than if painted in black or gray. Design your colors and patterns to coordinate with how you will paint your launching pad. You may want to stripe parts of your project by using painter's tape. For painting multiple colors, tape off the machine for 1 color at a time. Here we will paint blue first. Notice how we will stripe using 2-inch wide painter's tape. And then let dry. Allow plenty of drying time between colors. Also, we will use plastic wrap to cover sections we don't want to paint. Next, we will paint green. Finally, we will paint red. And this is what it looks like when it's all done. After you have finished painting yours along with the launching pan, send a picture to kidscountpublishing.com. We will post the pictures on the website, and every April award a $50 prize for the best decorated.